Hi, I'm Elle, and today we're going to be talking about James Charles and Kodee Rants. I know, you've probably already seen a million different drama channels already talk about this, so I'm not going to bore you. To cut a very long and boring story short, Kodee Rants posted a rant video on Twitter, James Charles snapped at her, and that started a big conversation about Kodee's attitude, James Charles' professionalism, and skin reactions to eyeshadow. I was originally going to keep this for the drama roundup, but I stumbled across a different influencer's Twitter video about this, and I really wanted to talk about what it means. So, Erica Spania tweeted, "Had to let the girls know that James Charles Morphe palette collab is still that bitch. The shade Skip is all over my eyelids with absolutely no hives in sight, so..." And now for the attached video.
So, a little girl was hopping on Twitter the other day talking about the shade Skip from the James Charles and Morphe collab, and baby girl, Skip was all over my eyelids, inspired by my good girl Zachary, and Skip did not cause me any hives, baby girl.
Now, we can debate all day about Kodee's disrespect and what James Charles said to her, but what troubles me the most is the ignored stan mentality. This influencer dismissed Kodee as a little girl and sneered that the Morphe collab shade in question didn't give her hives, like it was a joke. Poor delivery or not, rude or not, it's not cool to mock anyone's allergic reaction. If someone watched someone else use an EpiPen after a reaction to nuts, then decided to say, "Well, I ate the same nuts and I didn't have a reaction, baby girl," then obviously nobody decent would condone it. Someone on Twitter shared the same sentiment, saying, "Blatantly making fun of someone who had an allergic reaction to a product? What a great influencer you are." Eric replied, "Made fun of who? I understand that. That was the point everyone was trying to make that she refused to agree with. There are some makeup products that can be reactive to your skin, but she was claiming that everyone was hiding the fact that it was causing hives for everyone. But that isn't true. Kodee said that she had a friend in real life that had the same reaction as her. She didn't claim that it would affect everyone in the same way." Let's be honest here, Kodee went way over the top and later apologised because she didn't want to hurt James Charles' feelings. I'll also mention that she still recommends the palette and James did unblock her. What bugs me is the support that this and other things like this are getting. Even Manny MUA replied to Eric's video on Twitter, which is obviously an endorsement of what's been said. Eric is apparently one of James' friends too, so bear that in mind. When I want to talk about giving fair criticism, I mean fair criticism. Criticising Kodee for being over the top and rude is one thing, but there's been so much elitism and stunning from a massive amount of people just because it's James Charles. That's not right either. James has also been out there liking shady tweets about the situation, which only encourages hate sent Kodee's way as far as I see it. He's also endorsed the "looks that stained my eyes" hashtag, which is there for no other reason but to mock Kodee for not knowing something about certain kinds of makeup, which is awful. Obviously nobody can control anybody else's behaviour, but you can say that hate is unacceptable, and liking, attacking or mocking tweets encourages that kind of stannery. Like it or not, with a platform that big, with so many fans, you have to be careful with what you say and do, whatever age you are, whoever you are. But that mob elitism over makeup knowledge is bad. I love high-end makeup, but I'm not an expert. There have been a lot of comments on Twitter and even on YouTube that say, "Well, everyone knows that certain shades stain." Well, I personally didn't, because I guess that I've been lucky enough to have sensitive skin that apparently doesn't get stained for whatever reason. Bottom line, not everyone knows that. And yes, Kodee should have read the back of the box for that little stamp that says it's not eye safe, but really, that doesn't explain that there could be staining, and it doesn't say that it can give some people hives. On products like makeup, a fair amount of people ignore warnings like that because it's makeup, and it's easy to presume that it's just a standard warning that doesn't really mean anything, especially if they've never had any kind of allergic reaction to any kind of makeup before. It's up to the consumer, but people are people, right? Even bags of nuts have "may contain nuts" stamped on them these days. The stain has been the focus of the arguments, but I think that the hives were more important. There have been presumptions that it's all been a reaction to the red dye, but James Bennett has given an alternative explanation. "I apologise for posting the wrong palette earlier. This is the correct Morphe James palette ingredient list. I've also discovered the skin irritant. Bismuth oxychloride is a highly irritating synthetic pearl particle not recommended for sensitive skin or rosacea. Bismuth oxychloride is a synthesized byproduct of lead and copper mixed with chloride and water. Because it is made from a combination of minerals, marketing people get away with calling it natural. Problem is, it's a known skin irritant that can cause itching and or rashes. The reason people react to bismuth oxychloride is its unique crystalline structure. The jagged crystals can poke at skin and get stuck in the pores, where the sharper spokes cause irritation and damage as the pearl particle is rubbed or buffed into skin. It's also been shown to exacerbate cystic acne on certain skin types. This is not a skin-friendly ingredient and should be avoided if you already have acne, rosacea or sensitive skin. Bismuth oxychloride, coupled with the extensive number of lake dyes pigments in this formula, are probably the cause of reported staining and irritation. That's something else that I personally didn't know beforehand. The problem for me isn't really the interaction between Kodee and James. Both are definitely messy. The problem is that influencers are out there encouraging stan behaviour, encouraging pettiness, and this mean streak of elitism when it comes to makeup that I personally do not like. But what do you guys think? As always, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, or don't do any of those things because I'm not your mother. And, as we say in The Sims, dag dag!